Do you know how many emails I get? I got 2,946 unread emails. Stop sending me emails. I'm going to show you a better way. Okay, so now it's happened. You've had a meeting with me or anybody who's a connector, and they said, oh, I'll be happy to connect you to so-and-so. Here's what you need to do, is your basic connect me email process. It's 5 steps. I'm going to go into each of them really lightly. There's lots of different variations on each of those, and we're not going to get into this. This is just the basics. The number one, most important one, is the connect me email. There's a number of parts that you need to have. The first one is you need to have a curious subject line. Have a little fun with this. You're going to be emailing me in this case, so you write it to me. So you do something like, hey Sean, too much coffee is what you're going to be saying in that opening paragraph. You might want to reference that up in the subject line. So why you have too much coffee in your life. You put that in the subject line, then you say, hey Sean, good meeting you at the coffee place. I do think you probably are drinking way too much coffee. You need to cut back. Smiley face, whatever, be a personality. Then you say, hey Sean, you mentioned, second paragraph, that you would introduce me to Christina Hahn. Remember, you're still talking to me. Oh, I looked her up. She's awesome. She's working at Google. Who knew she was a BDJ? And I now know that. And I would love to talk to her because I'm a BDJ too, and I can tell her some of the things that we're working on in my coursework, and that might be interesting to her. So you add in something that's what's in it for her. So she's not just getting an email to say, hey, go meet this student, and she has a responsibility. There's something in it for her. She's going to find out what's going on in the classes that she used to take when she was a student here. Be fun. Show your personality. You're writing to me. So put that into every one of these paragraphs. First paragraph, the relationship and where we're going. Second is, could you introduce me to Christina Hahn? The third one is, hey Sean, I know you forget stuff, or I know you work with 100,000 students, or whatever it is you want to say, but then remind me, here's what year I'm in, here's what I'm studying, et cetera, or here's my startup, and here's what that startup does. No attachments. You want to make this easy, a self-contained email that I can easily forward to Christina Hahn. The whole point is make it easy, not for you, make it easy for me, because I'm doing you a favor. And if you learn how to do this, you've got the beginnings of the process to get all kinds of referrals. Because as soon as I see it, I will see it's all there, self-contained in this very readable and fun email. I will say, hey Christina, meet this student. I'm standing in line at the coffee place. I hit send. It's done. I go get coffee. My life is better. I did you a favor connecting you to Christina. But you don't wait. You immediately do. I've done my job. Forward it. Then it's your job is to do the follow-on. Thank you for the connection, Sean. Moving you to BCC. You should do this right away. You move me into BCC so I don't see all the email traffic back and forth. You then say, dear Ms. Hahn, you're the total pro. You're locked down. You say, it would be a pleasure to meet you. I know this and this and this. This is where you do your ask, where you say, I would love to talk to you for 20 minutes on the phone, or I can come to New York, whatever works with you. Then the magic happens. Tick-tock. You might have to wait. You might have to wait 2 days, 3 days. If after 2 or 3 days you don't get something, you might send it again and say, just moving it to the top of your inbox, or in case it went into your spam folder. Always give an excuse. Try that only twice, then stop. Then you're badgering. Circle back with me, or I can talk other ways that you can take action after this with all of these. But that's when you get back to the person who made the connection, say, hey, I haven't heard from them. Is there something I can do? Lastly is, the magic does happen. Christina Hahn sends you the email. You go, whoa! You immediately get back. 24 hours or less. You get back to her with, thank you very much for your time, because she's already spent time writing the email. You say, I understand you're traveling, or whatever, reference something that she said. Make sure you read everything in the email. I can't tell you how many times people say, oh my God, I'd love to meet you next week. She just said in the email she's not going to be around next week. Read the email and respond and be that total pro. You've now made the connection. I've done my job. I forwarded it. You now have your basics on how to do a connect me email process.